It's round 7 then of the ABSA Currie Cup 2015, and we find ourselves down here at Newlands for the big match between the local team Western Province and the Vodacom Blue Bulls. A fairly chilly evening with a little bit of a wind from the south, and perhaps not too much to trouble certainly the home players. There's the forecast, and well, the wind is predicted to pick up during the course of the evening. So a chilly evening, but those people that have come out to watch this match, well, maybe they can expect to see a spectacular game. It's a very important match for these two teams. But let's have a look then at the ABSA Currie Cup First Division. The Bulldogs losing against the Eagles. And then the Leopards, well, they really put it across the Griffins. It was an excellent effort from them. And that's the standings at the moment. So it's very much north versus south if you have a look at that log. And the ABSA Currie Cup then, the Pumas who beat the Kings by 20 points to 9 in Nelspruit. And this, of course, is the next matchup, Western Province and the Bulls. So let's just have a look then at the log as it stands at the moment. And the Lions leading, the Bulls up there, and Western Province in third position. With me, Gary Boshoff, former Saru lock forward, and a big match tonight, Gary. If you consider Western Province have made one change, the Bulls have made, in fact, 4 changes in their side too. But there's so much talk about the importance of the ball on the ground and the loose forwards of the Bulls.
Yes, and I think that's why the Bulls have included 2 poachers in their side. Roelof Smith and Dion Stegman is going to try to make things difficult for Western Province on the ground. They know they are going to battle up front in the scrums, and they're trying to make up for that by getting first to the breakdown and contesting that ball.
So essentially what you're saying is that Western Province could dominate up front.
Well, the scrum has been excellent up to now, and let's be honest, that's where the Bulls have been struggling. They can't seem to get that front row right, and again, Stephen Kitshoff, Bongio Munambi is a good scrummer who's back in the middle for Province, and on the other side, you know, the Stormers front row has been performing excellently thus far this season.
Well, interestingly enough, we had a chat as well to the Blue Bulls coach, Nollis Murray. A lot of questions are being posed and a lot of interest as well around the 3 loose forwards that you'll have playing tonight, and guys that play to the ball. Obviously, that's an important area of the game that you feel could be a factor in winning.
Yeah, look, I think a breakdown is going to be very important tonight. I said it previously in the week, if we want to dominate that, we have to change our loose forwards around, and then in the second half we will do something different. So, yeah, I think it's going to be very important.
If we take that as an important factor, what are the other key factors coming down here to Newlands?
Well, I think about it, basically, is you don't give them any loose ball to play with. I mean, they've got a dangerous back 3, and we'll just make sure and be more accurate than we were last week.
Good luck tonight. Well, Western Province have always considered Newlands to be the Alcatraz. They've been a fantastic defensive team, Gary, over the years. They say that they're one of the top attacking sides at the moment, but the Bulls have not won here since 2007. How much could that play mentally on them?
Yes, it's going to be very difficult, but I think the Bulls got a very confident, a young side. They don't carry a lot of that baggage of having lost a lot here at Newlands. You know, the back 3 has been impressive. Galant, Ismail, and of course Ulenga. They've been pumping out tries like nothing, and they're going to look to those 3 to make the magic again here at Newlands. And Western Province backline defence is really going to be challenged tonight.
Well, perhaps what we can also chat about very quickly as well are the replacements, because there are 5 Springboks in the 2 benches.
Yes, Western Province got their captain on the bench, Nizam Kar, who hasn't really got going this year, and they're going to be looking for a big performance from him. And then Arno Botha on the side of the Bulls, you know, he's been a Springbok. He's been dogged with injuries up to now, but he put in a good couple of performances up to now, and he's going to be looking to make a good impact when he comes on.
Well, John Dobson, the coach of Western Province, has obviously had a bit to say this week, because his voice is a little bit fluttery as we chatted to him a bit early on. John Dobson, coach of Western Province. You seem to be getting some rhythm going this season in that second half against the Sharks. Perhaps one of your worries is that you really have been a second half team this season.
Yeah, we've struggled to get going. Sorry about my voice, Kevin. But, you know, I think we've often laid the work in the first half with our scrumming. The other areas, our error rate's been too high in the first halves, but I saw glimpses last week, which gives me some reasons for optimism.
Do you believe that it's really going to be a big battle up front tonight to win this game?
I think the whole battle's going to be about the breakdown. They've chosen 3 fetches, so we're going to have to be really accurate. If we want to get our attack going, I think they're going to try and slow us down, try and turn us over. If we can win the battle of the breakdown, I think we'll be okay.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Kev.
Well, all the words have been spoken. So much has been said then about this particular match. So as we just wait then for the teams to come on, it'll be DHL Newlands, which will be the venue for this big match. And this could determine to a large extent to just who plays in the semi-finals. So the Bulls, well, they come here with a team that lost last week against the Lions in a remarkable match. Lapis Labishkachny, their captain, a change that they've made at fly half with Louis Fischer. Francois Hougaard is playing really good rugby. But the key question will be, can that pack of forwards match the Western Province pack? So the Western Province team sheet. Well, there's one late change. Number 7, Currie van Vieren, comes in for Reinhard Elstad, which is perhaps a real body blow for Western Province. The physicality of Elstad is very well known. But Nick Groom will captain a side that will be hoping for good quality ball to ignite that backline that's got so much talent. Robert de Preer gets a second start at fly half, and Bongi Manabi is the only change from the team that beat the Sharks, coming in the hooker position. So just while we're waiting for the teams to come out, to introduce my fellow commentator, Yanni Shamangi, former Springbok hooker. And Yanni, so much has been spoken about the importance of the breakdown and the pack of forwards. And we've seen that the Bulls have made a change up front. They brought young Pierre Skuman in the loose head position, as we see those results there as well, with some good victories there too. Do you believe that this is certainly going to make a difference if the pack of forwards, the 2 packs of forwards match each other, that could be the dominant factor?
Good evening, Gavin. I like the way you said that, a pack of forwards, it's got to be a team effort. Bringing in one player won't make the difference. It's the locks behind him, the flank scrumming, getting the synergy right and working well together as a pack. And that's what makes a team dominant, not individuals in a pack of forwards, but how all 8 play. And you're right, Gavin, these games are generally quite tight. Well, you look at the first game, it wasn't. But it's going to come down to the 8 and then the backs. Obviously 2 teams that are full of running, but the forwards have to lay the platform of Nick Groom, former Rondebosch boy, brings the Western Province team on.
Well, spoken like a true Rondebosch old boy. And that 47-29 victory that the Bulls had at Loftus, well, it was a bit of a runaway for them, but tonight promises not to be like that, because these are 2 teams that have got a very, very interesting matchup. Besides the individual matchups, and Yanni too, the Western Province have attacked particularly well this season. Their defence has not been what it's been in the past, and we see they've leaked 13 tries and scored 18, but the Bulls have scored 27 tries and leaked 16, so there's a very interesting play on attack and defence.
Yeah, Gavin, and it's a combination of things. Sometimes you attack a lot, you give turnover ball, and that's what a defensive team wants, so it makes it harder to defend though. But you look at this team, it's a lot of guys that played Super Rugby, a couple of guys that played Vodacom Cup. So it's about getting that synergy right and that composure right though. But I must say, the Bulls definitely a different sort of philosophy for them, looking to run more ball in hand, as you see Rashivenga back from Australia. But the difference is now the Bulls actually run the ball a lot more, and they're a threat at the back. We saw it with Jesse Krill during Super Rugby and a guy like Warwick Galant now during Currie Cup.
Well, Rustin Rashivenga then the referee for tonight's match, back from his sabbatical in Australia. He's the lightest man on the field at 68 kilograms, but I'd love to see him having a flat race over 100 meters with a Foster's here, because he is like lightning.
No, definitely, and he's a kind of rep that looks like he's always enjoying himself. Always a pleasure to watch him. Repping, he's got great comms with the players, and he also runs a rooster, so a very good ref, Rasta Rashivenga.
Thank you.
So it'll be Robert de Preer then with the start to this match. Western Province playing into the breeze in this first half.
Make sure they're behind, please.
Important for de Preer to get his kick right. Well, I'm not sure that carried the 10 meters, but play continues. So the Bulls, well, people say the Bulls can't attack. They can. They've got some terrific players in their side. One of them, young Serpentine, who's on the bench tonight. One of the Springboks on the bench. No doubt will be brought on at some point in time. Hooghart, who's been a form player. Jacques du Plessis, held up by Jean Klein.
Last feet. Counter-ruck's good.
Well, it's a counter-ruck there from Western Province, and Bongo Ngunambi with a little drive up front, and then Yuri van Vuuren spills it.
Blue.
Came in as a very late replacement for Reinhard Elstadt. This is Louis Verscheer. Got a very educated boot, this man. Back for Cheslin Colby. Don't we want to see him run with the ball? I'm sure he wants to too, but anyway, there are tactics that teams have, and he's required to do quite a lot of kicking. Well, that one's just gone straight off the boot. Francois Hooghart shows that he's human.
Well, Gavin, an action-packed start you saw from intent from Western Province, trying to go with that short little kick to start off with, but the Bulls not kicking it back, the Blue Bulls not kicking it back, actually deciding to have a run. So some good intent from both teams, and it looks like it's going to be an action-packed game.
I said wait.
Well, this is an area where Western Province have certainly improved their play on the season. They were awful in the beginning, and in Super Rugby with their throw-ins in the line-out and their catching, their line-outs have grown in stature. Got to secure your own ball, of course, it's really important. Duprier, he shows that he's not averse to taking the ball up, Robert Duprier. He's got very, very good ball skills. Penalty advantage, Western Province.
Let's go.
Players piling into the ruck. Because Currie decides that he's going to pick up and go straight down the middle. It's made quite an impact as an open side flanker. Now Duprier. Colby, the little step from him, but he was closely watched. Brought down by Bandisi Marku.
New advantage, 5 offside.
So there's a second advantage here for Western Province. Volko Low does really well there to take a few players out. It's opened up a little bit of space. Here they come. What a brilliant finish this. Dylan Loach is going to put the ball down, but it was Johnny Cox's effort that really opened up the space.
Well, fantastic start from the Western Province team. The forwards did the hard work up front. Pick and go, pick and go. Johnny Kutsa into the hole, and Dylan Lates finishes it off. What a brilliant team try from Western Province to start this game.
Thank you.
You said, yeah, the forwards had done the hard work here. Fantastic passing from Rob Duprier. Johnny Kutsa in space to his old Bishop's mate there, Dylan Lates. And look at that, they make it look easy, but the hard work was done up front.
Just a good handoff there as well, wasn't it, with Johnny Kotze then just opening up the space. Dylan Lates is such a good finisher. He didn't have to do a lot there, but he has got the ability to finish well. So Duprier now very measured in his approach. Well, no problem at all with the conversion. It's a very good start this for Western Province, and Yanni Shamangi alongside me. We spoke about it in the interviews too. Western Province have been a second half team this season. They've played awful rugby in the first halves, but they've played so well in the second. Looks like this might have changed.
No, definitely. Well, it's still early days, Gavin. But I must say, Rob Duprier made the difference. They took the ball nice and flat and got the ball away. So fantastic interaction between the Western Province backs.
Lovely hanging kick there from Louis Verscheer, who also plies his trade with the Rico Black Rams in Japan. Bongi Mlambi just gives me the impression that he's got something to prove. Had a very busy game a little earlier, and relishing the opportunity. It's an outstanding kick downfield. Verscheer doesn't have options to throw it in quickly.
And it's the exit you want, for the forwards. Other side of the halfway line, they can take a breather. Now the pressure's back on the Blue Bulls. We know how good their line out is. Marvin Ori, very good as a line out operator, and Bandi Samaku. Good to see him back on the field after a long layoff with injury. Definitely one of the more accurate hookers. And he's got some big targets to hit on that Blue Bulls line out.
Yeah, retreaded flank Jacques Duplessis up front there. He's the tallest man in their side. Safely and securely, and then Hougaard inexplicably drops the ball. So it'll be a scrum to Western Province. Just having a look at Robert Dupree in picture there just now. This reminded me as well that 22 of the 44 players on show here played South African under-20. So wonderful to see that our players are really able to go through the ranks.
And Jacques Duplessis, one of them there, the ball delivery wasn't great. At the first scrum here, Pierre Skuman brought in to nullify Wilkolo. They played well, they played together actually. In Pretoria, Wilkolo had been the ex-Blue Bulls prop. So they played against each other or been in the same team. It's going to be a big contest up front here as the big men meet each other.
Well, with those two players, Wilkolo and Pierre Skuman, 255 kilograms. If you add their two weights together. And I'll tell you what, myself and Amova's not a small man either at 120.
So let's get closer
and the scary thing is, you look at Wilkolo and Pierre Skuman. They're both still 21 years old, guys.
Well, I think that if you look through the two teams too, I mean the average age of the two teams pretty low. Western Province is 21.2 years essentially, so very, very young sides. Bulls also building with a lot of young players in their team. So important, these early scrums to show your mettle. Western Province standing pretty strong and then getting a little bit of traction. Well, there's a penalty advantage, so first blood to them in that first scrum and an opportunity to score some points. The long pass now. Siabala Sanatla just lost a bit of momentum there, and then Groom back there to Cheslin Colby. Good to see him up in the back line. Groom, Kitsoff.
Lovely, are you happy there?
On to Jean Klein. Western Province really seemed to have pretty good rhythm. That's what they had in the second half against Natal, against the Sharks. So here's another opportunity now. A little bit of space sought, and that's another try. This time to Hugh Jones. So the two centres have played a formal role then in those first two tries.
Yeah, this is a fantastic start from Western Province. All started with a little break from Nick Groom to Cheslin Colby. From then on, the big men rumbled it on. Hugh Jones, missed tackle, good leg drive, and he takes the try himself. And this is really an exceptional start from the Western Province team, doing some good things there. The former UCT centre, Hugh Jones, Varsity Cup winner, now doing it for Western Province, scoring the tries.
And another Bishop's boy.
He's actually came down from England. He was a stooge at Bishop's.
He's stooge there. He's from Edinburgh. Still just 21 years of age too. Robert Dupree, he's just 22. Great pedigree too, and two brothers who are also playing fantastic rugby, and a father, of course, who played for South Africa. Field just looks a little bit slippery. I was just watching the curtain raisers. Oh, there we go. Just slips over, does Robert Dupree, and that one slipped past the left-hand upright. Still, Western Province into double figures.
And just a great start. Started off with a scrum actually early on, a couple of phases. But the beauty is Robert Dupree takes the ball so flat, Gavin, and he managed to get it out also. So got a lot of time, and with backs like this, they can vary their depth. They're running onto that ball beautifully.
I think one of the key factors too is having a fly half who can certainly provide a little bit of carrying up too. He's an abrasive guy. He's a strong big boy. So he's not a predictable player, and that's very, very important, one feels. Over the top from Nick Groom. Warwick Gallant, also a superb rugby player, still a youngster too. From the fullback position, hasn't had a chance really to get the ball as of yet. Long one out from Birgit Odendahl. Just Swanepoel's his centre partner in this match. It's good defensive work from Western Province there on Pierre Skuman, but it's the Bulls who've got the penalty.
Entry. What's your entry? Entry.
Yeah, and Evan, you look at the game last week, the Lions against the Blue Bulls, and the fight the Blue Bulls showed. So I don't think they'll panic now, even though they're away from home. They won't panic at all. They've got the ability to come back. The key thing is, yeah, they actually haven't had much position. You know, they'll be forced to make a lot of tackles, 15 tackles made, and they've missed a couple. Western Province only 9. So for the Blue Bulls, you know, they won't get into panic mode. They just need to get their hands on the ball. They've got enough experience. It's against Western Province, falling over at the ruck there, I think. But for the Blue Bulls, just getting on the scoreboard and getting into their rhythm, and they've still got plenty of time to do it.
284 points in 25 matches, Louis Fischier, and that's his overall career stats. 77%. He's over the 75% yardstick. Won't have a problem with the distance. He's got the wind at his back, and he's sailing through.
And there's one of the Springboks you mentioned. He'll definitely get on somewhere along the line. It's scary that a guy like Jan Serpentine can actually be on the bench for a Currie Cup team.
Well, Arno Boot is on the bench too, the other Springbok for the Bulls, as well as Werner Krier. And we heard from their coach that they're very likely to make a fair number of changes quite early on in the second half. So it remains to be seen. But I think, as we spoke about a bit earlier, the breakdown just being absolutely crucial in this game.
And you know, it's an era where Western Province, you saw when they actually attacked well or got those tries, the ball was coming out pretty quick from that breakdown. So it's a big focus area for both teams, because there's so many breakdowns and there's two teams that actually enjoy running the ball.
So it was Yuri van Vieren used in the line-out on that occasion for Western Province, which he is a guy who plays equally well in the lock and flank positions. Now Duprier, neat little grubber, with the touchline's the victor. So territory and possession very much belonging to Western Province at the moment.
White.
Bulls having made 16 tackles, Western Province 9. None of them have been missed, so defence crucial in this game too.
Thank you.
The touch judge, the big stare there. He doesn't believe it's skewed like most hookers.
Yeah, same height.
I thought that was fine actually, but we'll have to take a look at it again.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to take your
that
position.
Angle maybe showed it was a little bit skewed. Interesting that the question, and you as a former hooker too, question asked of Groom, immediately scrum.
Yeah, well, it's an area that Western Province will back themselves. Considering the first scrum, they got some good ascendancy. So the big battles here between Wilkolo and Pierre Skuman, and so far Wilkolo won the first one. It was a brilliant scrum, penalty advantage given. He's just going back slightly on the hit here. He's going to have to try fight his way back into it.
Well, the Bulls, that scrum wheels somewhat. Stachman standing off here, but it's another penalty to Western Province. Well, been the advantage, should we say. Change of direction there to Johnny Kotza.
You didn't earn the turn there. You didn't earn the turn. You didn't earn the turn there.
And the demolition was actually done on the right-hand side of the scrum. On the left-hand side of the scrum by Stephen Kitsoff. When you saw Marcel van der Merwe actually popping out, that's just the pressure coming through. So the Blue Bulls front row is actually popping up, and the pressure's coming through there. So Western Province are enjoying this.
Nah, I'm happy.
Look at Stephen Kitsoff on the left-hand side. He's doing all the hard work here. And as the pressure comes here, they keep working, and you'll see the pop here straight away. Boom, that's it. It's the pressure coming through from the Western Province front row.
So this kick slightly angled for Robert Duprier. breeze pretty much drifting into his face. Well, that one he's pushed past the right hand upright. It was one I think he would have expected to have got, and would have also helped the poor cause of Western Province to stretch that lead.
Kevin, looked like he didn't give that a hard. I mean, I've never kicked. I know you've kicked plenty of times. Didn't look like almost indecisively.
You know, just as I spoke about it a little bit earlier, the field actually, I noticed in the curtain raises too, the under-19s and under-21s, and many players were slipping, and the kickers too, so we obviously need long studs. Here's Chris Clute, rather. Open side for Western Province. And John Klein and Ron Buerta often asked to carry the ball up to Duprier. Jones, Kotza.
That's a great tackle.
Excellent tackle from Dries Swanepoel, who's had to confine his work really to defensive work, both him and Burger Odendaal. Western Province really getting all of the possession and dominating territory as things stand at the moment. Duprier, Dylan Lates, always searching for some space somewhere along the line. Jumbo Ulengo. Chavas Ishmael with no real room to move in there. The Bulls have got to try and get hold of the ball and hang on to it for a while, unless they can unleash some decent kicks there. Fashia obviously looking to try and gain some territory, while Lates with a counter-attack. Once again looking for space. Here comes Colby. Colby's through the first block, and then he's run himself really into a cul-de-sac. There was nobody who could keep up with him.
Off the knee.
Oh, just a little bit messy there for the home team. The Bulls doing well to take that ball away. Again, you can see the counter-attacking abilities of this Western Province team are certainly substantial, to say the least. And having a back three with the speed that they've got, the Bulls have got to try and make sure that their kicks are a little bit more decisive.
And both teams have got dangerous back threes. The brilliant thing there was the combining of Dylan Lates and Cheslin Colby. Dylan Lates just held that ball up beautifully. But this is a stat that will make Western Province happy, dominating possession and territory. We're so used to the Blue Bulls because of their good kicking game, dominating the territory game, but not in position there. So far, Western Province getting the points and the stats, and the momentum.
Well, line-out's going well too. Boggy and Madambi with some solid throwing in, and then it's the ball that the Stormers were so famous for, and now Western Province continue with it. Groom with a little chip. Is that into space? No, in fact, they're going to come back anyway. I think there might well have been a knock-on.
It was your own player that went down there.
It's like about a 30-meter maul there from Western Province.
Absolutely runaway maul.
Went down.
Nick Groom disappointed in himself. Wanted to keep that and actually kicking for Savelos, and that's a total hold back. You see him holding back. He was probably in front of the kicker, but the kick was out anyway.
No, not Nick Groom's best kick. Now Bandisi Marku, defensive line out. Short line out too. Duplessis always the target, but looks like he's lost it forward. So when the Bulls get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they can't hold on to it, or they don't keep it.
That's it. Bundy, let's go this way, because it's muddy.
It's great contesting from Jean Klein to get up and try to steal that ball. But Marvin Ori will start feeling a bit of pressure here. The line-out's not going really his way. One skew, and now this one stolen. So Western Province definitely, they've planned well, they've done their homework, it seems, on the Blue Bulls line-out and getting some reward for it.
Why would the Bulls be continuing with a short line-out?
Well, they've got the tall guys, and they're basically relying on a quick throw and good execution there. But Western Province getting up at the same time, so maybe try to vary their line-out formation.
Well, they don't have as many options as Western Province do in terms of jumpers and height. But I tell you what, here comes Hugh Jones now. Him and Johnny Kotza having a field day with the ball in hand.
Two big kids there in the midfield. Hugh Jones. He does well. You can see he's trying to keep the ball alive. Almost runs out of space here. He's waiting for Dylan Mace to come on his inside, but also great defensive work. Double hits from the Blue Bulls backline.
Go 10.
That's another short line out for the Bulls. So Marvin Ori behind Jacques Duplessis. Ori the target, but it's an awful throw-in. That ball was knocked on, so it's advantage to the Blue Bulls. So Hogart now, will he kick over the top? No. Back to Fischer.
Advantage over.
Louis Fischer has not kicked that out, and it's advantage over. This is what the Bulls will want to worry about, is the counter-attacking ability of this team, this Western Province team. Sinatla, bit of a hospital pass there to Cheslin Colby.
It's great work there. Was that Dion Steckman was all over that ball, got into it. But Gavin, what the Blue Bulls did well after that kick is that line of theirs, that chasing line. There was no space for the Western Province back three, so they all came up nicely. Maybe look for a kick behind there, but definitely a very good chase line from the Blue Bulls.
Now, where's that ball gone? That's a fantastic kick that from Fischer, right up to the 5-meter line. Can the Bulls work something here and get some more points on the board?
That's a defensive line. I mean, these are forwards, the loose forwards doing their hard work, working hard up front. You can almost ask, was he given a opportunity to place the ball? There was daylight.
He was literally swallowed up by Lapish Labishkafni. So can the Bulls make this full line-out work, get a drive going, and get some points on the board? Who's the target? This time, a change. It goes to Willof Smith. Straight down they went, but now Piers Skuman will be asked to have a bash at the line. No, it's not him. In fact, it goes up to Birgit Woodendal. And his centre partner now, Duswanapul. Western Province's defence holding at the moment. Here comes Labishkafni. Is there going to be a hole somewhere along the line here? What a gallant. And here's the chance now, but the knock-on coming from Jumbo Ulengo. But Western Province were offside, so the Bulls are going to get a penalty here. And here's some question time for them too. Well, there's immediately Lapish Labishkafni says, kick it out. We want another line out. Let's have another plug at the line. That's positive play by the Bulls.
No, definitely. They've got to chase it and sort of getting a bit of momentum. But this is one area the Blue Bulls are very good. Their forward structure in the 22, they've got some big men there, and they know they use them well. The centres come short, close to the scrum half, and they try and make meters the whole time. But first, they're going to try them all.
They first get the throw in straight and catch it. So Marvin Ori then with the catch, and he goes to ground immediately. Steckman holding it at the back. He scored many tries for the Blue Bulls from this sort of position in a maul.
Okay, you've got to use now. You've got to use it. You've got to use it.
Well, they're asked to use it straight away, and eventually it comes out. Now Hogart looking for some heavy artillery. I wouldn't say that Birgit Woodendal is heavy artillery, but he's certainly a big, strong player. And that ball lost forward. So twice now the Bulls have had a go at the Western Province line. Both times they come away without any points.
Well, I thought Birgit Woodendal was pretty close there. Someone stripped the ball off him. It's so difficult to stop the big man from Pretoria. It was like Hugh Jones that managed to get his hand around the ball there. Always a classic game. You see the province supporters, the flags up. It's always good to see a big derby game like this. But Hugh Jones looked like he got stripped out by either Johnny Kotze or Hugh Jones, and that's how the turnover occurred.
In picture there, Birgit Woodendal was born in Bloemfontein and schooled at Monument in Krugersdorp.
Yeah.
So just 22 years of age, and that captain of the Blue Bulls, who of course pried his trade for the Cheetahs for a long time.
I'm happy.
Outstanding loose forward. Well, we haven't had a surfeit of scrums yet in this game, and Western Province have certainly stood their own. And that's their put in.
And that's where Western Province have managed to get the penalty. And if there's anything they'd want here, is another penalty. So are they going to go for it or just give it to Rob De Preer to clean?
Not the best position for a right-footed kicker. Of course, Groom is a left-footed kicker, but he won't be kicking from that base. But it's a strong scrum from Western Province. And it'll be a reset, but Notchi there with the hand clapping. Bandisi Marco in the middle there. To the right of him, Marcel van der Merwe. On the left, young Piers Skuman.
Keep going. Great scrum. Great scrum.
Piers Skuman, who hails from Nelspruit, also a South African under-20 player.
Okay, crouch.
And, a strong belief that he's got a big future in front of him. Well, he's only 21 years of age. And he's certainly up against it with Walker Lowe, who's been a dominant scrummager. Well, suddenly it's the Bulls then who come with a counter punch.
A great scrum from the Blue Bulls.
De Preer. That's a pretty good kick that from Robert De Preer. And if there's one little criticism of Western Province this season, they haven't managed to kick the ball distance and get themselves out of their own half of the field. A lot of the kicks have been perhaps a little bit shorter than they would have liked. De Preer seems to have a pretty big boot.
Yeah. And Gavin, it always makes it easier for the flower when the pack's going forward to almost, put that kick in there. You look at the pressure with the Blue Bull players around him. So it's a good net result. He just got it out. You obviously want a bit more distance, but Western Province, that's starting to get rhythm now.
Well, they're starting to get a little bit more possession too, and I think that goes hand in glove with the rhythm call. Neat line out that with Marvin Ari at the back.
First arriving player for break.
Well, a lot of good work once again undone.
First arriving player, number 6.
Great defensive work from Western Province. It was Stegman who was penalised on that occasion.
And Chris Currie, the open side flanker, nice and low, good body position all over that ball. It's so important with the feature, just to get the timing right. Look at this first, he's brought straight down, and Chris Currie, look at the 6 there, straight onto the ball there. The Blue Bulls cleaners way too late. Very late, and Jacques Duplessis, they're going too high, cleaning on the back of the Western Province player, not effective enough.
Mbanabi then. The tap down coming from Ruan Botha. Sanatla coming in from the left wing. Looking for the little pop pass. Eventually it's Stegman with a fairly neat grubber kick, this I might say. And good recovery from Robert De Preer. Well, he's been thrown into the cauldron as that fly-off in picture. And he certainly stood up and was counted last week. And another opportunity in his second ABSA Currie Cup match.
And so well, listen, just trying to look for the hole for Johnny Kotze.
Okay.
It's amazing this game now. Western Province dominated. Sort of the first 15 minutes now. The Blue Bulls coming back. So Blue Bulls just need good position and get their big runners in. But Western Province defense has been staunch.
Well, the back of the line-out seems to be working for the Blue Bulls. And it's Rudolf Smith. Some excellent work from him. And the Bulls are so close. Hougaard might have thought about going himself, but it's going to be another penalty. Second offside penalty against Western Province. Now the Bulls have another chance now. But this time they've decided they're going to kick it goal. Well, you can read into that what you like.
Well, it's a victory for Western Province. The Blue Bulls, they've tried the line out, they've tried the scrum, they haven't managed to get the points. Now they've just decided we'll take it.
At the breakdown.
Well, I think it was that for against Robert De Preer for being offside, I think. But look, it's a bit of a victory for Western Province, considering that the Blue Bulls backed themselves about 3 times to try and get the try. The fantastic defensive work, and the Blue Bulls, good on them. You know, they've been composed, Gavin. You know, if you look at the beginning, 2 tries very quickly, and they fought back nicely.
Tight game, you take your points, whichever way you look at it. And they finally decided to do that, and Fashir now with the conversion. So it's 6 points in it, and the Bulls starting to claw their way back. Well, it was a concerted effort then from the visitors, territorially too, starting to win back some of the territory that they'd lost in that for those first 20 minutes or so. Oh, charge down. Here's a chance here for Western Province. Sanatla! Well, Rashavinga will probably go upstairs and have another look at this. Sanatla believes he's scored the try. And what an awful hash there by the Bulls.
The footed, yeah. Let's go upstairs. Marius, are you there? Try, no try, yeah, please.
All right, cool. We'll get back to you.
Thank you, Marius.
That is close. Everything else is fine. Did that left foot of his touch the line?
I must say, it looks like it skimmed it a bit, but it's really tight here.
Well, this is the angle that'll perhaps give us the answer.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Marius, are you there?
Yeah, Ross, I'm here.
Yeah. From the first angle that I've seen, it seems to have, the player seems to have the foot in touch, so I'm going to go line up check.
Yeah, Russ, you need to give me some time to come to a decision here, John. You're rushing me now. I know you're in a hurry. Rasta, from what I can see, that should be a line out to blue, foot in touch.
Thank you. No try, line out.
Shimmy, the strange thing is that the ground camera from the back, it seemed like he actually was inside, didn't it?
The different angles, whereas the one front on looks like he got over, but the Blue Bulls not out of trouble yet.
Not yet, as Chris Currie does some really good work just staying on his feet. Such an aggressive play. Here comes Ketsov. Hard to bring down. Players attacking the ball, trying to dislodge it from him. Now Dupree. And a knock-on from Hugh Jones, but it's going to be another penalty. And it really is becoming a game of many penalties, isn't it? Penalty number 8. Western Province from slap in front.
I think so. Offside. A lot of offside penalties, and the players just have to react to Rasta Rashavinga's call, stand a bit further back. They're not going to lose anything. You know, they're giving away points just by being offside, and Rasta Rashavinga has been strict on that offside rule, so players must just adapt to it.
Okay, thank you. Kalika?
Oh, it might be a bit harsh, unless there was someone out of picture there. They certainly looked like they were not offside. Dupree then with the 3 points for the penalty, so a double blow in some ways. I suppose the Bulls gave up the opportunity which was not allowed in Selengo, so Sanatla's try and then going offside. They'd worked so hard to get those additional 3 points, the Blue Bulls. Once again the lead opens up to 9 points. Great hang time again from Fashir. Notcher carried the ball well last week in Durban. Hasn't really had those opportunities, but here's Kitsov. Dupree decides to go down the middle of the field this time. Now Fashir sees Colby at the back, so decides he's not going to kick. Just when the Bulls keep the ball in hand, they just seem to be a lot more dangerous. Some of their kicking has not been very accurate. Hooghart, Ori, now Stegman.
Looks like Berger Odendaal also hurt himself in that last carry.
Well, out of picture, Berger Odendaal down at the moment, but still, it's the Blue Bulls with attacking opportunities, trying to break down this quite resolute Western Province defence. And DC Marku not quite stripped of the ball. The Bulls went flying in there.
Nick.
But here comes a card, I think.
Okay, you can clearly see that I'm not going to back off with offside penalties.
Offside?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've had 1-2. Here's number 12 again. I suggest you have a word with them. I'm not going to back off. Yep.
Okay, well,
On the 10.
good strong message there from Rasta Rashivenga.
Yeah, 15, yeah.
For a minute, I thought he was going to stick his hand in his pocket. But here's another chance then for Fischer. Really, these kicks for Louis Fischer are just gaining in importance to keep them within scope of that Western Province lead.
Gavin, and I mentioned it earlier on, the players have just got to adapt to Rasta Rashivenga's calls. Other refs might not throw offsides there, but he even said it, he's not going to back off, so players must just move half a meter back, and they're not going to lose anything. So it comes down to discipline and also a bit of experience, the ability to adapt to your ref's interpretation and do the right thing.
Well, Newlands has been a graveyard for the Blue Bulls. You might have heard us saying a little bit earlier, the last time they won here was in 2007. Fischer once again, just a lovely kick that from the fly half. 3 penalty goals then to Louis Fischer.
I think he said against Hugh Jones, he said he's warned him several times. So on the blind side, or the far side, I must say, that's the person that got penalised.
Pretty deep kick in onto Travis Ishmael from Robert de Preer. Now Rudolf Smit. Very good carry of the ball, Rudolf Smit. He hasn't really had opportunities in this first half. Now Hooghart opened up a little bit of space. Gallant looking to get himself involved in this game in some form or another. Just Western Province seem to be so well organised in defence. Duplessis. Fischer. Berger Odendaal, who's back up on his feet again, and just Swanepoel as well.
Thank you, Ben.
Again, it's Duplessis. Good work from the tight forwards of Western Province in defence there. Ruan Botha on that occasion. Now, the first up and under of the night. And is on to Robert de Preer. Very good catch that from the fly half.
What's that, Wally?
Ball was not knocked on, so here comes Warwick Gallant. Real attacking weapon, this guy, if he gets things going.
Keep it down. Keep the tackles down, please.
I think that's against Bongi Monambi. Look, I thought
Just above the shoulder. Keep the tackles
as
down.
Gallant was going down, there was a high tackle from him. But the Blue Bulls starting to open up now, proving more of a threat from the back. It's not that tackle. I think it's that one there around the neck from Bongi Monambi.
Well, the position of this kick is almost exactly the same as the last one that Louis Fischer managed to kick over. You can see just under 4 minutes left of this first half. So
when we get down there, same story
another
applies.
vital kick.
When we get down there.
Got a very easy kicking action, has Louis Fischer. Well, is this one going to hold its course? No, it doesn't. So it's still 6 points in it as Chislin Colby decides to eventually dot down. Nick Groom decides, let's take a short one. Now the Bulls are caught a little bit napping here because they were standing back, and their coach Nollis will not be happy with that at all. Gets off. Dupria hoofing it for the corner flag. That's a great kick that from Robert Dupria. Actually downfield from Warwick Gallant. Tell you what, that's an equally good kick right up against the touchline. Now Dupria looks to open things up. He's got Colby outside. Biggest man tackles the smallest man on the field. Jacques Duplessis on Cheslin Colby. Out from Jumbo Olengo. And that's another high tackle.
Play it on.
Memory on Buerta. Referee says let's play on. Hougaard on to Piers Skuman. The Bulls have certainly gathered a little bit more rhythm as this first half has progressed. And then Fischer inexplicably kicks us straight into touch.
It's unnecessary. They're getting good momentum there, and the ball carriers are doing their job. It's a waste of position.
Okay.
As we look there, you look at the two benches. Still got Gala here, Werner here to come on. Snyman on the Buerta, and Jan Surfontein also. So Oli Kebo, Nizampa, Janu Mark. It's going to be a 22-man effort from both these teteams as this game goes along.
Cheslin Colby just getting a little bit of attention from the medical men to an ankle. It seems to be a little bit ginger. Held at the back by Chris Currie. We saw Western Province get a
Same move.
charging downfield a little bit earlier. There they go again. Very, very difficult to counter.
Use it now!
Now Groom. Dupria, the long pass. And a little run around there, but yes, a chance for Burger Windall. Windall, nobody to pass to. He looked out for support. And the Bulls now get some points. The chip kick over the top. Which way does it bounce? Oh!
Yep.
Well, eventually it's started down. And I think it'll be a 22-meter dropout. No,
Thanks, Lolly.
It's going to be a scrum down.
Not for it.
No, so it's a 5-meter scrum. It'll be Nick Groom with a put in here. And Western Province really holding on. This will be the last scrum of the match. In fact, the last move of the first half.
The Blue Bulls haven't panicked, certainly starting to square things up. You look at the tackle count, the Blue Bulls forced to make 39 tackles and Western Province 40, so getting a lot more position and getting into their rhythm here.
And the Blue Bulls will remember the last scrum too, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. It was their better scrum, but they've got a bit of ascendancy, so crucial for this team, or actually any team in both 22s, to make sure you get good scrums.
Set.
Well, we've spoken at length about this side of the scrum. Piers Skuman will go low.
Good solid scrum from Western Province.
Last feet, nine.
That's what they wanted, so Groom will probably just kick this out.
Use it now.
Very good scrum.
Okay, come back. Use it!
And eventually, it's Sikambuza, not sure who decides to kick it out, and the referee's half-time whistle then. So a very interesting first half. Western Province with 2 tries, 1 from Lades, 1 from Jones, and 3 kicks from the Blue Bulls. Half-time at Newlands, Western Province 15, Blue Bulls 9.
Chris, Western Province started off like a house on fire.
Yeah, I think we just need to hold our phases again like we did in the first couple of minutes. Keep the ball and just play it a bit tighter. We look like we just want to rush it a bit now when it comes to the end of the first half.
Yeah, good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
That's Chris Kluter, Western Province, with an outstanding performance in the first 10 minutes. Halftime score 59.
So welcome back then. Halftime then, Western Province leading by those 15 points to 9, 2 tries to 0.
Darby, you guys started off like a house on fire, and the first 25 minutes you dominated. After that, it was a bit of a slack.
Yes, we started well in the game. I think it's just our discipline, giving penalties away, letting the Bulls getting in our half, and that put us under pressure. Yeah, so we have to recuperate on that last 20 minutes and make sure that we did what we did in that first 20.
Last week the Bulls showed great resilience against the Lions. You've got any special plans in the second half?
Well, we have to keep playing well and take it situation by situation. We know they're a good side and they can come back, so we need to focus on what we can do.
Thanks. Good luck for the second half.
Thank you very much.
So, assistant coach there, Darby Snyman. Just have a look at those statistics, and Yanni.
Some interesting stats here. You got to look at average points per visit, and that's going to make the difference. Both teams are playing wide. They're doing the right things.
Okay.
It's not converting that pressure into sort of points on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Lapis.
Well, perhaps says a little bit about the importance as well of playing in the right side of the field, so territory could be really important here for the two teams. The Blue Bulls kick off into the slight breeze. Brilliant take there by Western Province. Kitsoff doing the shielding for his scrum half. Groom will kick over the top. Is this one of the tactics too, to play the ball behind the Blue Bulls back and forwards?
Looks like Nizam Khan's on.
Yeah, Nizam Khan has come onto the field. We'll see lots of changes in the second half, no doubt, as well. No! It's Yuri van Vieren who's off the field.
Too quick. Before the ball was out, you're already in the offside position.
And exactly what Darby Snyman was talking about. You know, the penalty count here. So Western Province giving away a penalty early on. And that's leading that strong Blue Bulls line out into the game where they start mauling and they start playing their game from then. So Western Province will be looking for discipline, and the Blue Bulls, well, just territory so they can get in there and get their big men running around the corner.
Well, Western Province have given away 7 penalties in this game, so it is something that they want to keep an eye on. Chris Kluter, you'll see him number 6 there. He's the man. And he felt that that ball was out, so thought he was a legitimate claimer of it. Bandisi Marku. It's another awful line out that for Blue Bulls.
It's a big shot.
Hooghart. Piers Skuman. Lots of urgency in this Blue Bulls team, and Walker Lowe and company make sure that it's a Western Province throw-in at the line out.
How did Walker Lowe get around there? It's from a misthrow from a line out, the tight head prop, working hard defensively to get to the other side.
Carrying 132 kilograms. Well, we spoke in the first half about the importance as well of the work of the tight 5. Western Province tight 5 has been very industrious. Now Grew maybe with another kick over the top. Clearly part of the tactics now is to turn the Bulls around. Up for it, Gallant. Travis Ishmael eventually getting hold of it, and he's scragged by replacement Nizam Khan. This is Marcel van der Merwe. Hooghart for Shear. Burger Woodendal. Just Swanepoel gliding into space, but unable to hold on to the ball. So both teams not able to really get their rhythm going in these first 3 minutes or so of the second half.
Time off, please.
Swanepoel is just sideways running from him, really.
Excuse?
And he had the ball in both hands, so just going down, losing it. This ball management not too good.
Both of you cut it out. Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah. Keep it
Well,
up.
Chris Currie
Let's
it
keep
was,
setting
who
up
was
high.
batting a little bit with
Yes.
some injury. He's back on his feet again. This is the kick from Groom, and then a little push and shove there from Rowan Botha on Marvin Ari.
Okay, time back on.
Oh, people keep saying, Shimmy, rugby's a physical game, eh? It's a contact sport.
And this one's been quite tough, but I must say also, Gavin, it's been an entertaining game. A lot of ball and play time. A lot of the back line actually using the ball. So two teams that haven't been shy to sort of throw it around.
That's very much the case. With the Blue Bulls often being labelled as a kicking team, but they run pretty well with the ball too. That I can say for certain. So penalty to Western Province. Marcel van der Merwe with a couple of words there, and a tough kick this for Robert de Preer.
Great eye angle, reguit asseblief. Reguit asseblief. Reguit asseblief.
It's quite a sarcastic laugh from Marcel van der Merwe as soon as the penalty was given. So he's been penalised here for scrumming, and he turns in, and then he goes up. So that's what he's been penalised for Rasta Rashavenga, but his reaction afterwards.
So Groom just clears the space. Asks Walker Lowe to take it up. And does that pretty well too. And then the other prop, Stephen Kitsoff, putting a lot of pressure on the Bulls with the big fellows running at them. This is Hugh Jones.
Yes.
Well, tackler release there from the Bulls. They were a little bit slow there. Driss Swanepoel on that occasion. Man from Dillaravel, and there's a little bit of claret there too with Rudolf Smith. He's going to have to get some attention.
No.
So just the tackler not rolling away. So as he goes down, not given the opportunity to release the ball.
So we're going to see a pile of replacements pretty soon as Rudolf Smith goes off to get some attention. I think the Bulls are going to bring 3 or 4 players on. I think it was always the intention as well, Shimmy, to make some changes, but all eyes at the moment on Robert de Preer. Have a look at that, 50% record today. They haven't been easy kicks. He seems to have lost his footing on 1 or 2 occasions. Just a little shimmy, and 3 points, the first points of the second half then.
Exactly what Western Province would have wanted. So applying the pressure through attack play. Another big man here. Okay, Sneeman. The big lock about to come on.
Yep.
Probably for Marvin Ori.
I see that Werner Creer is on too. And a little bit of a vurvur kick there from Nick Groom, but he gets the final result. There's Ergia Snyman, also a former South African under-20 player, on for Marvin Ori.
5 blue.
And one of the guys that could make a difference as well is Odno Botha, who's on. Marcel van der Merwe leaves the park.
It's been a tough night from the Blue Ball scrum struggle today, so being put under pressure, and that man to Marvin Ori. Some of the calling, Western Province done the homework in the contesting, putting a lot of pressure. Will the new man make a difference? Yes, and he calls on himself the first one.
Yeah. Straight on to him, Snowman. And then the Lenga trying to come in from the blind side, but they've given away possession of the Blue Bulls. Nizam Kar. Helped by Chris Clutie. Score on to Benny. Also on in the hooker position. And eventually it's Groom with his third kick of the half now. A big up and under onto Warwick Gallant, who claims it rather well. For Shear. Oh, that's an awful kick. Well, Louis Fisher some of his kicking today has been pretty ordinary. And that one is going to go into the book too. So here's a change then. Tian Skuman will come on in his place.
To you. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Nolis Murray's got no option, you know. They're chasing the game now. Kicking the ball away won't help. So Skuman there to try attack more. Megala Orkeas Neyman to provide the ball to the back line. And obviously Werner Craig just to steady that scrum up, stabilize it a bit more for the Blue Bulls, because they've been under pressure quite a lot. They've had 1 or 2 decent scrums, but Stephen Kitsoff again, as usual, been very consistent at scrum time and applied a lot of pressure.
Well, there's another inventive man sitting on the sidelines of the Bulls bench, and that's Jan Serfontein, the Springbok. We wonder if he will get an opportunity. So that scrum standing pretty still at the moment. Western Province get a little bit of a push, but it's been turned over, and that's very, very ordinary work from the Western Province scrum. Woodendal takes a lot of stopping, does Burger Woodendal. Skuman, long pass onto Snyman. And once again the Bulls coughing up the position that they had.
Back here.
And it's not often that John Klein plays scrum off, but he did on that occasion. Here's Chris Clutie also losing his footing.
New advantage, penalty advantage offside. All offside here. All offside here.
I must say that referee Rashavenga has been very, very strict on the offside tonight. It's the umpteenth time that a team has been penalised.
Offside.
Yeah, Gavin, and the good thing he's been consistent with it. So the players have to adapt. I mean, it was pretty clear in the first half that, you know, he's going to be strict on the offside law. Said he's not going to let up. So he's given a lot of penalties for teams being offsides, but then the players have to adapt to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another tight call, but
where's Lapis?
As you say, I mean, he's
Same
made
story with the offsides. Those outside backs, tell them to put in a better effort. Time's off.
Well, this is a disappointing
so
sight.
Just have a word with them now, the outside backs. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a word.
He struggled so with injuries.
When the ball's out.
So let's just hear what the ref's got to say.
When the ball's out, then we can go up.
Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah, have a word with them in the meantime.
All right, some clarification there to Lapish Labishkovny. And then, of course, Rugby World Cup. All the action. 48 matches live on your World of Champions. Ireland up against Canada there. There's a lot of interesting games. But, of course, for South Africans, that's the big one. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, South Africa up against Japan. Well, at the moment, it's on the right of picture, Skaran Tobeni, who's receiving treatment. It looks like a calf muscle that he's struggling with.
It looks like he's going to try soldier on. Skaran Tobeni.
He's had a lot of disappointments this season, and of course injury is always one of them. And he's now come on as a replacement today for Bongi Mbonambi.
Come in, White. Let's go.
And he's just come onto the park, and yeah, he's looks like he's strained a calf muscle. Well, the Western Province support are in full voice.
Back on.
No one can understand why. There's Jano Vermaak in picture there. Himself a former Blue Bull.
Yeah.
Good accurate throw in from Mbonambi, who's definitely limping.
Get back, Blue.
Chris Clutie. Western Province trying to get past the play on the ground to get that ball of theirs in motion. Just do that so effectively at times. Groom.
Release six release.
Again it's Groom, this time to Jean Klein. Lots of possession coming the way of Western Province. really are looking to keep the ball in hand too. You just wonder sometimes if they might try some different tactic, but the thing is to hold on to the ball. That they haven't managed to do.
Advantage over.
Hougaard. Bandisi Marku. This is Jacques Duplessis. Quick offload, and it was a clever offload from him too, because he's so often expected to carry the ball up. Now Skuman. The little kick downfield, and the big chase coming now with Sinatla. That's well fielded by Dylan Waits. Desperate to get away from Swanepoel. We've got a couple of gasmen on the field really chasing after each other. Dupria, nobody bothering him at all, so he's got all the time in the world to bring about some good relief for Western Province. But again, the Bulls show how dangerous they can be with ball in hand.
Oh, it was a good turnover. Not a bad kick from Juan Obueta, I thought. But how quick was Galan chasing this ball up? Just watch him at the back there. Look how quickly he gets up to Sinatla. We haven't seen a lot of him in open space. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity. But the Blue Bulls still applying a lot of pressure.
Let's move.
And some good kick chase work from the men from Pretoria.
I think the key thing for them, Shimmy, is that they need to get their hands on more ball. You know, then, so that they can really develop some rhythm. That they've failed to do because they're living on scraps at the moment. Lineouts are working a little bit better. There's Woodendahl. Just wonder if he's going to leave the park, because I see Jan Serfontein warming up at the moment. So Arno Bueta, powerful loose forward. Marku. Skuman. One thing Western Province will look back at this match and say, well, we've defended really well in this game. But of course, there's still 27 minutes left of this match, and the Bulls are applying pressure when they have got ball in hand.
Ball's available. Back 8. Thank you.
Snyman absolutely hammered back in the tackle there by Nizam Kar. Look at the tackle count, Shimmy, as well. It's Western Province who are having to make a lot more tackles despite the fact that they've had all the possession. And that shows you that the Bulls are able to carry the ball up through phases. Gallant.
That's the man they need to get onto the ball. But the Blue Bulls, yeah, it's, you know, unless you've got a smaller team, I mean, it's just once off runners off mine. And Western Province are making some good hits, but Blue Bulls are going to have to be patient here, because they're making meters but very slowly.
Well, how much patience can they show? 13 phases it is at the moment, and they've done well in that regard.
That's a new advantage, 22 offside.
Penalty advantage then to the Blue Bulls, as Chris Currie comes away with it.
Where? Close to you. Yeah, this one.
Well, it's offside again. So we've had a lot of offside penalties tonight. Cobus van Wyk.
Yeah, and the call's got to come down to both teams. If you're not sure whether you're onside or offside, get back. Get back at least by 1.5 meters and have a definite gap.
So Tiaan Skuman as replacement with his first kick of the match. Louis Fischer kicked 3 penalty goals in the first half. The penalty goals are so important because the Blue Bulls have not really looked like scoring tries yet. Sadly, the booing that rings around the stadium. And Tiaan Skuman's kick is not a great one. So here come the changes then. Jaco Visagie and Jan Serfontein
13, 1 white.
on for the Blue Bulls. Bandisi Marku will come off, and I think Chris Swanepoel is the man who's been replaced by Jan Serfontein.
What's that?
So they've got one man left on the bench, have the Blue Bulls. That's Evan van Zyl. And Stephen Kitsoff too. So a lot of changes being made, Jimmy.
Yeah, and Ollie Cable on. So Western Province will look for him to do some damage at scrum time. But interesting call there, putting young Serfontaine on for Dries Swanepoel. So now they've got two centres that are pretty direct with ball in hand from the Blue Bulls, and Ollie Cable to add some impact with those ball carries and scrum power.
Okay, Langston.
Well, we spoke before the match about the importance of the replacements and how they use them and when they use them. Certainly the Bulls seem to have pretty much used up all of their bench. It's
8, let's go, time's back
Rudolph Smith who comes back onto the field. There he is, got his head patched up.
Time's back on.
Schooled in Glen William there. Jaco Versaghi with a throw in. It's Dion Stegman who's off the park. Versaghi with an accurate throw in. Importantly to Labuschagne. Oh, that's an awful pass. Western Province with all the options here. Now here comes the chase from Cobus van Wyk. Travis Ishmael had come across, but he couldn't do anything about holding on to that. Now Lates got everybody lined up here at Western Province. Out it goes, through the hands, now Groom. The long pass to Sinatla.
Back advantage, number 18.
Oh, it's going to be another offside advantage, I think. Penalty advantage rather for offside, as Western Province desperate to get another try. And I think the Blue Bulls know that another try, certainly a converted one, is going to make life very difficult for them.
Still playing advantage, 18 offside there.
Groom. Good pop pass there to Notchet. Now again it's Nizam Kar having to work for his match fee. Van Wyk. Certainly the replacements have brought some really fresh legs onto the field, and they're all into the action.
It shows the importance of accuracy in the big games. The Blue Bulls had a brilliant line-out ball at the back of the line-out. Was it Hofgaard or one of the back-line players? Just passed to nobody.
Offside,
and the net result, pressure, penalty, and Rob Du Preez should get this kick easily. So it's the Blue Bulls, an unforced error that's gotten them to gotten them into trouble like this.
Good over there.
That's perhaps been the story of their game to a certain extent, because they've struggled to dominate territory, and very often that's been because of turnovers and a lack of accuracy too with their out-of-hand kicking.
Thanks for the call, Lolly and Quinton. Ek sê dankie vir die call. Okay.
Oh, there's big voice here at Newlands. Everybody's cheering as Robert Du Preez looks to kick his third penalty goal of the match. And once again it sails true for Robert Du Preez.
Just came from pressure from unforced error from the Blue Bulls. Western Province crowd very happy at the moment. Look at this here, very good ball here. You won't get better attacking ball than this. But the net result, look at that, goes to nobody. From that kick down the field, defense, offsides, penalty kick for Western Province, and under pressure again.
Still backwards.
Well, the Blue Bulls just swarming downfield as Western Province juggles somewhat with that ball.
Sever.
But they've managed to hold on to it. Now Groom, he's got Robert Du Preez back in the pocket. And he's kicked it out, but they still in danger territory are the home side. Just often wonder what it's like as a hooker being brought onto the field and being immediately asked to throw in the ball in a line out. We want to be acclimatized a little bit sometimes. Jaco Versaghi hasn't had that opportunity, but he's been accurate.
No, he's definitely been good. Hit some good back ball. The Blue Bulls here trying another shift drive, and looks like it could be held up.
No. I didn't call more. Oh, it's just up there. I didn't call more.
Well, things are getting tight, aren't they? Questions being asked, answers given as well by Rasta Roshavenga.
Just a tackle ball there. Too many bodies on the deck. Scrum.
They're saying it was a tackle. It wasn't a ball.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
It would have been a good psychological victory for Western Province, but approval still, and there's plenty of time left.
Yep.
Really, just need to put some sort of phase together. We'll get that special line break. A guy like Serpentine out there.
Let's go.
Can Tian Skuma do something? First, the scrum looks like it's stabilized since Werner Currie has come on, so making a bit of a difference. Now the big runners on Obueta
Bind.
and the rest of the pack have to get the team over the advantage line.
Two replacements on the near side. Werner Currie up against Ollie Kebble.
Okay, let's move across.
124 kilograms.
Things. Ollie, we just came on.
Beef.
Varys, longer bind, we just came on. Okay. Ask him, we're setting higher. All of us are setting up. So you two here need to set higher. Everyone is fine there. You two.
Well, importantly, of course, your shoulders and your head have to be above your hips when you're scrumming. And that's what Rasta Roshavenga is asking, that they are a little bit higher.
Bind. Set.
It's going to go down. Yeah. You could see straight away that was going to go down.
Yeah. I asked you to get higher. Over Woodruff, 7-2.
Well, the Blue Bulls have made a quick decision here that they are going to keep trying to pursue getting a try. And, well, they're 12 points behind, so they need to.
There's a scrum, it's never stable, so both players need to chase their legs up. You can see from that position that it was going down.
Faultless throw in so far from Fasaki. Chance here for Fasaki himself. Just didn't have the necessary support on his tail to really take him forward. Now Jacques du Plessis, often the go-to man with the carry-ups. Hougaard.
Turnover's good.
Stolen.
Yeah. Well, Western Province looking to counter from behind their own goal line. It's a huge kick downfield here from Robert Tapria. And once again, Shimmy, it's what we spoke about so often during this match. The Blue Bulls, in an attacking situation, cough up possession, will make a basic error, and they are severely punished this time by that man.
Just frustrating evening from the... But how, you almost wonder, how did they lose that ball so close to the line? Let's have a look here. Hougaard as well. Good leg drive. Nizam Kar just ripped it off him as he was trying to press the ball down, and then that knock on from there. It's a frustrating evening for the Blue Bulls.
So they find themselves back in their half again. Tell you what, Nizam Kar has been extremely productive since he's come on. Just wonderful having the quality of replacements that these two teams have got.
No. Get out of here. Get out of here, please. Get out of here. No, Clever.
I'm not so sure that I'd want to battle with that youngster.
He looks angry.
So Robert Tapria asked the question of Nick Groom, what do you want from me? And he said, well, kick it over, please. And of course, a wise decision was to spread that lead. And I think if Dupre gets this over, you could just see the captain departing, having done his bit, and maybe Jano Vermaak have a run. That's at scrum half, of course. Just the 3 or 4 steps from Robert Tapria, and bingo, it's another penalty goal, stretching that lead. And it's 15 points, of course. There comes Jano Vermaak on to the park, and Nick Groom will get a welcome rest.
Okay, time on. Yep.
And Ivan van Zyl subbing at scrum half 2 for the Bulls. Just wonder if they've taken Hofart off, if he's moved into another position.
I just try to look if maybe he's gone off to wing. No, he's off. Yeah, he's off. And what the Blue Bulls need us, they just need to get their hands onto the ball. They're not going to score without it. We're trying the short kick and it's not working really well. So some of the big moments have been won by Western Province. You look at Hofart being stopped by Nizampa, the ball being stripped, and then Sneman almost scoring the try and the turnover. And then on just points for Western Province. So the Blue Bulls, as much as they spend time in the 22, they just haven't been clinical enough in their attack zone.
So that man Nizam Khan in picture there, I presume, has taken over the captaincy. With Nick Groom off the field. Now Ollie Kebo's got other things on his mind, and that's to make sure that he stands strong in the scrum against Werner Currie.
No, just a slip there.
The Blue Bulls have exhausted their full
just
bench.
A slip there. Let's move across. Move here. Thanks. Yeah. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Wonderful challenge for Ollie Kebel up against the very experienced Werner Currie.
So this means one thing. If we're going to slip,
still learning his trade, of course.
Okay.
Sure, his dad's got a few tips for him too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And a very powerful scrummager. Well, on both sides, actually. They just need a bit of stability. It's a 3-step process. So on the setup.
Okay, crouch.
So on the bind now.
Bind.
Has to be stable. Get your binds nice and early.
Set.
And set. This way the scrum has to be stable and the ball can come in. It's going to go down again.
On the arm.
Well, this time it's gone the other way.
On the arm. You're straight on his arm and you're just bringing the scrum down. Straight on his arm.
5 test matches for South Africa. He's 30 years of age right now, and the young upstart has won a penalty against him.
I mean, look at Werner Currie's sort of pedigree. He was on boots and all. He's played 100 Currie Cup games and 100 Super Rugby games also.
He's been a wonderful servant.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
Couple more changes for Western Province then, with Chris van Zyl and Dimitri Katrakilis onto the park. That's basically the Western Province bench exhausted as well.
This against Werner Currie. He almost needs to extend his knees touch the ground there. He needs to chase his legs up a bit and get into that strong scrumming position earlier on.
So 15 points the difference. The Bulls have done their maths. They know they've got to score 3 times. They've got very little time to do that in. They haven't looked like scoring tries. For Mark. On to Kobus van Wyk. Still Western Province really. The Blue Bulls came here with the importance of trying to win the breakdowns as best as they can, but it's Western Province really who one feels with their all-round game have been very dominant.
No, shoulder. Let's go. Line up. Let's go. Shoulder. Okay.
Yeah, no, so it's been a quiet day.
Time off, please.
For the Blue Bulls back 3.
Well, it has been a game of almost as well, hasn't it, Shimmy, in some ways?
Yeah, shoulder. I'm happy with it. Yeah, we're going with
a couple of tries have just about been scored.
That's the Blue Bulls. They've gotten to the right side of the field, but they just haven't finished off. Gavin, that's some big, hard, strong running. Again, you know, Diego Ermendal trying to go over the line. Tashia kicking it away. And this was a game changer because Western Province went downfield and scored points from it. So disappointing evening from the Blue Bulls in terms of finishing the opportunities.
Crucial line out this for the Blue Bulls, taken by Snowman. It was very clinical up to that point, and then Skuman, under all sorts of pressure, has done pretty well.
Time off, please.
Lapish Kochni's lost his boot, or lost a boot, should I say. The other one's still on his foot. He looks a little bit sheepish, doesn't he? Can you wait for me, Mr. Ref?
And he's battled hard today, Lapish Kochni and Rudolf Schmidt.
Amazing that when we were youngsters, Shimmy, we used to play against, we always had boots, we used to play against teams who used to play with bare feet sometimes, and I always felt sorry for the guys that you stood on their foot.
Yep.
So look at that tackle success ratio. It could be one of the reasons for a difference in this game, certainly. Now for Mark Clutie, Katrakillis. The shift there from Dupria was not quick enough to get out of trouble.
Move! Strong work from Onubuta.
Just holding Nizam Khan up there, so it'll be a scrum to the Blue Bulls, but they're running out of time, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's almost too little time for them, you know, too far behind. The game's just run away from them. But Western Province would look to finish this off.
Both of you.
And it's a massive turnaround for Western Province. They've got a hiding at Loftus.
Let's go.
And to bounce back like this, and it just shows, Gavin, you know, take the opportunities. They've got a yellow card in Pretoria, and Warwick Lantern, Jumbo Elengo, who are on absolute fire in Pretoria this time, haven't been given the opportunity. As good as Western Province have been, you know, in sort of attack in the first 10 minutes. Defensively, they've also been solid and kept the Blue Bulls out very well.
Bind. Set. Hinging.
So penalty for hinging in the scrum. Skuman will try and get this ball deep into Western Province territory.
Ollie, height, please. Your hit. Okay, we'll sort it out.
So that's not a bad kick that from John Skuman. (23-year-old Jaco Fasaki with a throw-in. Catch from Arno Buerta. There's been so few opportunities in this match for Jumbo Elengo, the South African sevens player, on the left wing for the Blue Bulls.
Plus forward, yeah.
And he was trying to find some work too on the inside.
Yep.
And look at that pitch, just Western Province jerseys on the inside.
Thanks, Bongi.
And the homework's been done. Bongi Munangi had him.
Here we go.
On a positive note, I think since off-air Steyman came on, the Blue Bulls lineup has improved, and Werner Creer also has managed to stabilize that front row a bit better. So it's better work from the Blue Bulls, but just the scoring opportunities they haven't converted, and that's probably been about it, Kevin.
Bind.
I think Arno Buerta has also helped make a difference, you know, the two-test Springbok and a very powerful man.
Stay on 6.
Van Sail, Skuman, Gallant. And it's a big try. I think Travis Ismail has got the try. The referee might go upstairs and have a look, but I don't think there's too much doubt about that.
Quinton, try, no try. Try, okay. Water.
This is great work, and a well-worked kick here from Warwick Lantern. The pace from Travis Ismail. And what he does well here, almost gets on the inside of Dylan Late and Sabila Sinatla. They're almost blocking his way there, so Sinatla can't get to the ball. And the try given by Rasta Rashivenga. The Blue Bulls finally getting over the line.
Marius, do you want to have a look? look at that?
Yeah, well, Tian Skuman probably is mouthing there. He just doesn't understand why it's necessary for people to boo at him. And that's just shifted past the left hand upright. So the first points, in fact, for the Blue Bulls in the second half was that try from Travis Ishmael.
Beautiful nudge from Kalank. You've seen his running game, now showing us his kicking game here. And Travis Ishmael was very smart. They actually, turned in towards Siervelis enough, so blocked him from getting to the ball. So just a chase between him and the touchline, with the ball going out to the touchline.
Well, Shimmy, as you said, they've probably run out of time, and that might well be the case, but some great resilience shown by them too, to look to try and come back in as Rudolf Smith carries it up. Skuman, the long pass, a lovely pass that to his captain, Labishkovny. Jacques Duplessis. Van Saal. Skuman. It's not a great pass that to Warwick Gallant. Western Province have certainly prided themselves on their defence, and they've been watertight this game, with the exception of that try from Ishmael.
At the back of that breakdown.
And it's been a tough day, but I must say, you've got to look at the hard work also of the guys in the injury room at Western Province. Ruan Burt has been good. Jean Klein, you haven't seen them carrying a lot of ball, but they've hit a lot of racks and made some good tackles and stopped the Bulls' momentum a lot of the times.
As a former tight forward, Shimmy, I mean, you'd understand this. And
time off, please.
I think we can speak with glowing praise about their tight five and their work rate too, outside of their requirements on the field of play.
Thank you,
Kevin, and you mentioned it. That's the first thing you said today. It's going to be done in between the forwards, as well. It's going to be won by the forwards. And the Western Province pack, they've kept that ball in the scrum. They've fought hard at scrum time, stopped mauls, they've mauled well also. But I must say, the two locks, Jean Klein, they look at him. You don't see him carrying a lot of balls or doing the flashy things, but he hits a lot of racks and makes a lot of big tackles around the fringes.
And that, of course, just takes the pressure off so many people around you. Walker Lowe's day is done by the looks of things. And of course, all the replacements are on the field. So Bongi Imanami with the throw-in. Clutie holding it at the back. Western Province looking to get forward motion with their maul.
Same maul.
Bulls battling to find an answer to it. And Clutie decides, let's go off. So for Mark now, yellow for Mark inside, and the little fellow's over. The cherry on the top then, try number 3. What a stunning individual effort that was from yellow for Mark.
He's got to hurry up.
Great work from him. He reads it beautifully. He realizes that there's space down the blind side. The combination of him and Chris Clutie, 2-on-1. Travis Ishmael lost there. And Yanu for Mark does it in style. Finishes it off. Good explosive power from the experienced scrum half. But this is good work here, combining with Chris Clutie at the back of the maul. And the blind side open wonderfully. And look at that, a photo finish for the scrum half.
Well, Robert Dupere just trying to race this a little bit, because Western Province, with 3 minutes or so left, desperate to try and get a 4th try for a bonus point. Well, that one swung wide. The result is not in doubt. The key question is, can Western Province find the option of scoring another try?
There we go, look at that, all the space there. And Chris Clutie gets rid of the ball at the right time. Yanu for Mark picks his moment beautifully. The little sniper gets the try.
Play on. Play on.
So the referee says let's play on. Wasn't sure if it went the 10 meters. Out from Rudolf Smith, and then Tian Skuman was not able to hold it. Western Province like a swarm of bees there around that ball. trying to find options for themselves.
Thank you.
To get
Thank
ball
you.
in hand. Van Sale. Snowman.
Now you've missed it. Thank you, thank you. Leave it there.
So Arno Botha then. And now Burger Woodendal. Now stepping from Burger Woodendal. It's been a hallmark of his season in many ways.
First one, second one.
So a basic knock on there from the Bulls. And, you know, their handling errors, 11 of them in the match to the 8 of Western Province.
Time off, please. Time off, please.
Just a standard, yeah. Almost trying to snatch at the ball out his name. Good line, maybe looked up a bit here, but he's had a good game since he came on. But Western Province taking the opportunities and looking to finish off in style here. One scrum, one more minute. Can they get the try? Western Province, an attacking scrum. They're definitely going to have a go. Look at the Rugby World Cup. As Spania arrived, 4 years of waiting. The Bokke take on Japan tomorrow at 5:30. Lots of people, Black Friday with their Bokke jerseys on today. So good to see the public getting behind the Springboks, and good luck to them tomorrow. May they have a good start to this World Cup.
Okay, time back on. Okay, crowd.
And Ollie Cable, Stephen Kitsoff has come on because Wilkelo is injured, so Ollie Cable moves to the tight head side.
Set.
Stephen Kitsoff thought was the end of his evening, but he's back on the park now.
A nice little test for him to back down at tight head too.
Yeah, use that, yeah. Thank you, Lolly.
That ball was available. Now Katrikillis with a long pass. This is Quivers van Wyk. He's a very strong runner and a strong man. For Mark. Western Province desperate for that 4th try for a bonus point. Kebble. Johnny Kotzer just bouncing off 2 players.
No, you can't fly in there like that. Leave it.
Penalty.
You can't just fly in. Tough. Two. Come in here.
It's gone against Bongi and Manabi.
You never say that to me again. Is that understood? No, you never say that to me. I'm advancing 10 meters. Yep. No.
You think he invited him to his Christmas party?
Yep. The Blue will say enough of that. And it's game over.
Well, it is game over. And Bongi and Manabi will say thanks for his efforts in the game, but certainly his teams. And Western Province come off victors in a game which they pretty much dominated so much of the play, and it took them a while to really push ahead in that second half. But 3 tries they scored to the 1 of the Blue Bulls, which was to Travis Ishmael. So final score here, Western Province 29, Blue Bulls 14.